In 5 years, I hope that I have a successful career. I plan on buying a house in 2 years, so I hope, I'm in my new home and, just financially okay. I've definitely set a lot of goals and even, short-term goals, little things around the house that I need to get done or, big goals. One of my biggest goals is in 2 years, I want to buy a house. So we've set that goal. So I've definitely, utilized that 4-step goals.
When it comes to goal setting with families, I think it's important to keep in mind who it is you're working with. Everybody's in different places doing different things. So really having open listening and communication with them on what their desires are. They might want to work and need to work, but maybe have all those barriers that aren't to that point yet. So, yeah, the end goal is to become employed, but how do we get there? And then really kind of, I think a lot of times is setting small achievable goals so that people can remain hopeful and energized and that, okay, I got that thing done, let's move on to the next, part of that.
It can be very overwhelming to just have a goal that says like, I want to buy a house, right? Like it's a very, very overwhelming and can almost seem like a really daunting goal. So the approach there is like, let's break this goal up into steps, things that we feel are achievable within a specific time frame. So it should be time bound. And so like the first step may be just working on your credit and increasing your credit score. It could be working on your savings, creating a budget for the household. And so those real small steps make it feasible, but it also gives members, or I think gives them a space where they can feel a sense of hope. Like, okay, this is achievable, this is realistic, and this is something that I want to do that's going towards a goal that I really want to achieve. And then it also allows people to recognize that they have done things, right? Like they have taken steps like, oh wow, like I didn't really think about how much progress I have made, and I have made a lot of progress. And so it's also about celebrating the accomplishments and the wins along the way that often people overlook just because they didn't achieve that big goal yet.
If they have 3 goals that they're working on or 2, and these are the action steps and this is how we're going to get there, print it out, put it on your refrigerator. So it's a visual, it's in front of you. It also has those measurable time frames where I'm working on this goal of safe and stable housing by this date. Those dates can be adjusted, but it still puts that I really need to get going on this because I want this by fall. I had one customer who actually took the time to email me back, and she said this was great. It put everything so clear. I did print it out. I put it on my refrigerator, and it's a really helpful visual tool to keep her going, because there can always be those little potholes and bumps in the way on the way of trying to achieve those goals too.